One of the great strengths of Ionic is that it gives you the opportunity to create uniform layouts in here that will be served in a mobile device without all of the accoutrements that you would normally get with a browser. There's no header and everything. Everything's wrapped up inside a container which looks like a native mobile app. And one of the other great beauties of Ionic is that you can mix up common HTML components with the data that you're serving into the browser or the application that's going to display on the device. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this particular item here inside a paragraph. You'll be recognizing this immediately as common HTML structure. Save it. No change. However, it has gone slightly more into the style of a paragraph. You may have noticed that the font went to grey instead of pure black. So let's add another one of our items from our array. I'm typing really slowly so that you can follow along. Query.phone, Control S, and there's the data that we've just added. Now I think for our particular data item, the most important thing that they would want to deal with is probably the date. What I'll do in future bits of this particular types of code is I'll probably pre-prepare the code outside of this and just paste it in and then talk through it. But I want it to be completely slow and deliberate about this. And that's our thing there. So let's have another paragraph item underneath here. And in here, we'll put the budget. You'll notice I get into the habit of saving things really quickly. Now, if you remember from our inquiries array, 1500 is now just showing as the number. And in our next video, what we'll do is we'll apply formatting to the date and to this number so that it looks more realistic. Now, it is likely that in an organization such as a camera division, if you want to get the right people to respond, you want to know what type of product's being asked for. So the camera, the lens, and the accessory should be in this, and it should be prominent and important. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a thing called an ion note, which will put them just here on the right hand side of the list. So we go back to our HTML here. If I put ion-note, and I get my ion note, and I'm going to have the inquiry type. But what I want to do is format it here inside the HTML directive like this with item dash right, and we'll save that, and you see that those appear now in there. What we're going to do eventually is that these will be restricted to a list of data types or item types that can be selected by the user when they add a new inquiry. So we'll set up a structure that helps us to restrict what the user can have as the type of item just here. So we've got really good progress. We've got all of the data from our object, their date, they made the inquiry, their name and phone number, the type of thing that they want, and the budget that they've selected for that particular item. So what we'll do in the next one, as I said, is we'll format these dates and numbers so that they look more realistic in the way in which they're displayed.